Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for another week of indie game development. I normally start these things on Monday, but today is Friday. It's been a really long week at work, and I haven't had much stamina after work to work on Blink this week, so here we are. But this development log will probably run through all of next week, so we're good. This week I'm planning a pretty significant change to Blink, and that's the removal of leaderboards. I currently have those implemented on iOS and not yet Android, so I'll go ahead and explain my thought process behind wanting to remove those. First off, I'm already pretty dissatisfied with the native UI provided by iOS's Game Center. It sticks out like a sore thumb compared to the rest of the artwork and UI I've created for Blink. I'm sure Android's native UI for this is better, but still wouldn't fit with the atmosphere I've been working to create, and I'm not sure I'm willing to design a custom UI around the APIs for both of these services. That brings me to my second point. Two completely different services are being used for each platform, so the leaderboards are not cross-platform, so they wouldn't have an accurate representation of the best Blink players overall. I hope this isn't too disappointing to you guys. I know some of you are probably looking forward to hammering away at the leaderboards. However, I am going to introduce a new feature in its place to encourage good personal performance without continuing your run with a video ad, which is what the leaderboards did. Just like I have unlockable characters for reaching new global score values, I'll be adding unlockable backgrounds that you can unlock by setting new personal bests. These will be pretty difficult to obtain, so it should be a fun challenge for those of you who are up for it. I'm thinking I'll have a total of 4 backgrounds, the latter 3 being unlockable through great personal performance. So that's the plan. Like I said, I hope it's not too disappointing, but I do feel strongly that this is a great path for Blink to take in terms of the progression within the game. So I think that's the plan going forward. So with all that said, it's almost time to get ready for work already. So next time you guys see me, I'll be kicking off development. How's it going, everybody? It is Saturday morning around 8:30 a.m. I woke up at like 5:45 this morning, and since then I've been working on some pretty sweet enhancements. So I started the day off by removing the leaderboards from Blink. That took about 2 minutes because I had it pretty loosely coupled with my scoring logic. In the place of leaderboards, I've been building the scaffolding for supporting a bunch more unlockable content in Blink. If we head to the unlock section, we now have 16 spaces for unlockable characters that you access by scrolling here. Now the art for all these characters is clearly not done yet, and I'm once again going to rely on you guys for ideas. This time I want some more ideas for unique flying insects. For example, last night I was watching some nature documentary on Netflix and learned about this cool looking orchid bee guy. Definitely want to create some art for him. So yeah, let me know what you guys come up with in the comments down below. In addition to all these characters, we're going to have unlockable environments or backgrounds. These will be unlocked not by your global score, but by increasing your personal best score in a single round. Of course, still have a lot of artwork to do for this. I'm super happy with that progress this morning, but now it's time to go run some errands and go climbing. I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. What's up, guys? It is Tuesday afternoon after work. Just got back and it's like 5:30 or so. And up until this point in the devlog, all I've really done is create work in progress versions of all the new background art that I want to have unlockable in the game. What I've not done is write any of the code to actually get that implemented. So this afternoon, what I want to work on is getting those images into Blink and make it so that when you select them on the unlock screen, it actually populates the new background. And that goes true for all the rain too. I have separate versions of each of these backgrounds that'll look a little bit better while it's raining. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that implemented. So it's been about an hour and I've got all the backgrounds plugged into my unlock system. Right now that means that I can give them a value in terms of what the high score should be before you unlock them, and once you reach that high score you'll be able to select these backgrounds and have them replace the background in the game, and you can keep playing. I can't wait to show you these because they look super cool and I'm really happy with how they all turned out. So we head to the unlock screen, we hit this little right button here, and that's going to slide us over. I have not updated this text yet. This will of course say like environments or something, and rather than showing your total score, it'll need to show your high score, as of course that's how you'll be unlocking these various backgrounds. And you can see the four I've got here. I've got the meadow, the forest, which is a piece of artwork that I made for my original attempt at making Blink about a year ago. So I dug that back up and kind of spruced it up a little bit. I've got a drawing of the ocean with some reeds in the foreground at sunset, and then a picture of some mountains that I made in Procreate. These are kind of all over the place, but I really like how they all look, so we'll go ahead and look through them. This will be the forest, which I just think looks great with our yellow color scheme. Fits right in with the theme of Blink. Just a lot of tree cover and kind of some geometric shapes here. I really like that one. Also, we've got the ocean, which does not really work with the colors I've got. I need to make some tweaks here, but really happy with kind of how everything turned out here. I hand drew all these reeds, and I think the dithering looks pretty cool on that. And finally, this image of mountains that I made in Procreate. Just to kind of switch things up. It's not pixel art, but I think it still looks really cool, and I think it'll be fun to play with all these new backgrounds. So I'm just really pleased with how this all turned out. I am really stoked that we got all this stuff integrated into the unlocked system already tonight. So I think I'm going to take a break, go eat some dinner, and if I'm not back tonight, I will definitely be on tomorrow morning to wrap up this implementation. So I'll see you guys then. It's Wednesday morning just after 6 o'clock, and this morning I want to jump in right where I left off last night, implementing the new unlockable backgrounds. Before I went to bed, I did manage to come back and update the text on the unlock screen, which didn't take long, but I also realized that I wasn't really quite sure what to do about showing progress on the in-game screen. I'm only doing that right now for the next unlockable character. So today's task will be figuring out how to show you progress towards unlocking the new backgrounds. So this whole little unlockable doodad here that I made for the character is actually its own component. So I'm hoping I can somehow reuse another one of these and adapt it to the backgrounds and maybe have them both somewhere here on the in-game screen. So I'm gonna try that, we'll just see how it looks. It's going on 7:30 now, and after about an hour and a half, I have my new backgrounds hooked up to their own progress indicator. I used Unity's new prefab variant system to borrow 99% of what I created for the character progress tracker, which was actually amazing and saved me a lot of headache. This new progress indicator acts just as you'd expect. At the end of each round, the environment progress bar starts at 0 and fills up to your current high score as a percentage of the next target high score. This lets you see some slider movement at the end of each round, which is kind of nice. If you manage to unlock the new background in the round you just played, you'll be able to tap and select it just as you can with the player. And I think overall this UI looks just fine, and I really think it can help get the player excited to play another round. Also worth mentioning is that I played a couple of rounds trying to get a high score of 200 to unlock the ocean background. I was actually getting kind of anxious when I was getting close to 200 and there were bats swooping around everywhere, which was a really cool feeling. I'm super happy with the progress made this morning. I feel like the implementation of these new unlockable backgrounds has come along much quicker than I thought it would. We've pretty much done everything in just the span of this week, which is awesome. Anyway, 7:30 now, gotta get ready for work, so I'll catch up with you guys sometime soon. Hey everyone, welcome back to Thursday afternoon. Just got home from work and I was thinking about how I'd want to continue this week's devlog. It looks like we're going to have company again this weekend, so I think I'll be wrapping up things today so that I have time to edit this video and release it before the weekend. But before I sign off, I have one thing I want to say. This week, the channel surpassed 1,000 subscribers. I'm completely amazed and humbled to have this much support, so I just wanted to say thank you. I'm so glad that you guys feel excited and inspired by what I'm doing, so I'm just going to keep doing the same thing and see where it takes me. So, thank you again, and I'll see you next week where we'll be completing the character roster for Blink.